Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local news for Monday, June 1st, 2026. A woman was treated for injuries and a man was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence in Yucca Valley. On May 21st at around 2 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a domestic violence incident in the 49,000 block of Tamarisk Drive in Morongo Valley. Deputies identified the suspect as Dominic Johnson, 30, and say he pushed, punched, and kicked a victim in the home. Court documents indicate that Johnson also allegedly threatened the victim. Deputies arrived and took Johnson into custody. The victim was treated for injuries at the scene by paramedics. Dominic Johnson was arrested on suspicion of charges related to domestic violence and making threats. He was booked into the Morongo Basin Jail and has since been released on bail. California voters have an opportunity to weigh in on local elections and primaries tomorrow as our state holds our direct primary elections. This election sees some shifts in district lines. In the November 2025 election, Californians voted in favor of State Proposition 50, which authorizes state officials to redraw the district map for 2026. The initiative was designed to counteract at a federal level similar redistricting efforts in other states. The Morongo Basin is currently represented on a federal congressional level as part of District 23, which encompasses areas north of Riverside County up through Victorville and Barstow. The 23rd Congressional District is currently represented by Republican Congressman Jay Obernolte. As redrawn and voted upon this year and moving forward for 2027, the city of 29 Palms will now be included in District 25, which includes Cathedral City, Indio, and areas as far south as El Centro, reaching to the Mexico border. This new district is currently represented by Democratic Congressman Raul Ruiz. In both of these congressional districts, challengers are facing both incumbents. In both races, the two candidates with the highest vote count will face off in November. In District 23, Congressional Representative Obernolte will face off against challengers Pat Wallace, Karen Matthews, Tessa Hodge, and Eli Owens. In District 25, incumbent Congressional Representative Ruiz will face off against C.C. Truman and Joe Males. California State Assembly District 47, which includes Morongo Valley, Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree National Park, and parts of the Coachella Valley and Inland Empires, will see a primary challenge. Incumbent Republican Greg Wallace currently represents the area in California State Assembly. He will face a primary challenge from Jason Byers. California State Assembly District 34, which includes 29 Palms, Wonder Valley, Landers, and Johnson Valley, will see a primary challenge. Incumbent Republican Tom Lackey currently represents the area in California State Assembly. He faces a primary challenge from Charles Frederick Hughes, Manny Line, Steve Fox, and Randall Putz. 24 candidates are running to serve as California's governor. The two candidates who receive the most votes in the primary will head to the November ballot. San Bernardino County Sheriff Shannon Dykes is running unopposed in June's primary. There are also primaries for County Superintendent of Schools and County Auditor Controller. Ballots have been delivered and early voting runs until 6 p.m. today. Voters can cast their ballot in person or drop off their completed mail ballot at our local early voting site at the Joshua Tree Community Center. Election Day is tomorrow, June 2nd, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can find your local polling place and ballot drop-off locations at elections.sbcounty.gov or call 909-387-8300. The Yucca Valley Town Council convenes tomorrow after holding half of their scheduled meetings in May. Online news editor Robert Hayden joins us with a rundown of the agenda.
On the agenda for Tuesday's Yucca Valley Town Council meeting, tucked into the consent agenda is a $60,000 replumbing project for the High Desert Nature Museum and an amendment to the town's contract with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department in the amount of $7.5 million. In department reports, the long plan for Walmart fueling station moves back to the Town Council for an amendment to the previously existing site plan. The fuel station will be located at the Walmart parking lot and is planned for 6 fuel pumps, 12 dispensers, and a 1,500-foot convenience store. The applicant is seeking a conditional use permit for the construction instruction. The Yucca Valley Youth Commission wrap up their end of term and will present a report, and the town council will hear about the upcoming 2026 Summer Music Festival and Independence Day fireworks presentation, which will notably happen on the 3rd rather than the 4th of July. The council is also expected to authorize the application of a California Active Transportation grant for construction of a curb, gutter, sidewalk, and ADA ramp improvements near Yucca Valley schools. And the 2026 to 2028 proposed budgets and salaries are expected to be reviewed and adopted. All of that and your public comments. The Yucca Valley Town Council meet on Tuesday, June 2nd at 5 p.m. in the Yucca Room at the Yucca Valley Community Center. You can find a link to the full agenda along with remote viewing instructions at this story on our website, Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The 29 Palms Planning Commission will study city maps to verify the various land use designations as part of their ongoing general plan update. Annalise Kuiper has a look at their agenda for tomorrow's meeting.
Following the announcements of meetings attended by the commissioners and approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, a study session will take place for commissioners to consider their options when it comes to updating the general and land use plans. With the review of the first two study maps, several questions will need to be addressed. Should an open space conservation land designation be created? Should parcels owned by various utilities be designated as utility or public land use? Should the minimum land use size be maintained or revisited? There are areas of 1 acre lots that are zoned for 2.5 acres. Should these properties be redesignated? The planning commissioners are being asked to provide guidance and feedback to city staff at this time. The meeting will be held at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road in 29 Palms, and begins at 5 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
A new email scam is targeting contractors and businesses by posing as local government officials. The town of Yucca Valley issued an alert last week saying that scammers are pretending to be town employees. They say these emails discuss projects, permits, and payments. Some request immediate wire transfer payments. The town says they have seen emails that use specific project details, permit information, and official town signatures and seals. Yucca Valley Town Manager Curtis Yakimo said, "We encourage residents and businesses to stay cautious and verify unexpected payment requests through official town channels. If you receive a suspicious email or unexpected request for payment, do not respond or send payment. Avoid clicking links or opening attachments and verify the request directly using official contact information listed on the town's website. Official town emails will always come from addresses ending in @yucca-valley.org. For more information about official town contacts and updates, visit yucca-valley.org. And finally, it's graduation week across the Morongo Unified School District. As part of the last week of school, our 3 local high schools are holding graduation ceremonies, and a number of classes will hold promotion ceremonies. Black Rock High School is holding their graduation ceremony on Tuesday at 7 p.m. 29 Palms High School is holding their graduation ceremony on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Yucca Valley High School is holding their graduation ceremony on Friday at 7 p.m. Also happening tomorrow is Joshua Tree Elementary School's TK Kindergarten promotion. That's at 1:30 p.m. For the full graduation and promotion schedule, you can see this story at Z107.7fm.com. We'll have updates throughout the week. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmetz.